Naomi Osaka just reminded the world that true power isn't only shown with a racket in hand, but also in the way you choose to live unapologetically. And when her bikini photos surfaced recently, they didn't just cause a wave online, they shifted the entire conversation around her image. Because for years people have known Naomi as the calm, composed, quietly intense champion who lets her game do the talking. But these photos revealed another layer, one filled with boldness, confidence, and effortless style. And that contrast is exactly what made everyone stop scrolling. Because she wasn't trying to fit into a mold or mimic anyone else. She was simply herself, radiating an ease that came through naturally. And what stood out was how her athletic frame and relaxed vibe merged into a perfect balance. That spoke volumes about confidence without her having to force it. And that is why fans reacted so strongly. Because the Naomi they saw was still the same strong competitor, but also a woman who has embraced her growth, her journey, and her right to express herself on her own terms. And considering everything she has been through, taking breaks from mental health, embracing motherhood, returning to competition, these photos carried deeper meaning. Because they weren't just about fashion or appearance. They were about ownership of identity, about showing the world that she's evolving beyond labels, and fans felt that message instantly. With social media filling up with admiration, surprise, and discussions about how important it is for athletes, especially women, to step outside of the boxes people tried to put them in. And Naomi proved she doesn't need to shout or perform to be powerful, because her quiet confidence made an even louder statement, one that resonated beyond sports. And people began to point out that her ability to balance elegance with boldness is what makes her stand out, because she isn't just trying to shock, she's showing growth. And that authenticity is what made her moment turn into something cultural rather than just personal. Because suddenly the conversation wasn't just about her body or looks. It was about self-expression, freedom, and what it means to redefine strength. And Naomi's presence reminded everyone that athletes are multidimensional. They can be fierce on the court and stylish, glamorous, and confident off it. And this shift resonated especially strongly because it wasn't some stage reveal or publicity stunt. It was simply Naomi existing as herself. And that was more powerful than any planned campaign could ever be. Because the quiet courage it takes to step out authentically is often greater than the courage needed under stadium lights. And fans embrace that lesson, celebrating her for breaking stereotypes, for being relatable, for proving that champions don't have to be confined to their sport. They can evolve, expand, and show their humanity in every way. And as people shared the photos and reactions piled in, what started as a few images quickly became a cultural spark that had fans and even critics acknowledging that Naomi Osaka isn't just rewriting her career path. She's rewriting the playbook on how athletes can own the spotlight. Because she isn't defined by trophies alone. She's defined by the way she carries herself, the way she chooses to show vulnerability and strength all at once. And that's why this moment mattered. Because Naomi showed that authenticity is timeless, confidence doesn't need to be loud, and evolution is something to be celebrated. And as the buzz continues, one thing is undeniable: Naomi Osaka has once again proven that she commands attention on her own terms, not with staged drama or scripted speeches, but with presence, poise, and an aura that makes the world stop and take notice. And that's why this moment will be remembered not just as photos, but as a statement of individuality, resilience, and the freedom to be unapologetically herself.